This is Tell Me Something Good. I'm your host, Mary Sampey. And first of all, I feel like life's kind of gotten all of us down. And I feel like a lot of people feel like that as well. But there is always something good. And I want people around this area to tell me something good, something positive, something inspiring that's going on in our local community, because there are inspiring things that happen every day. There are positive things. It's just what we choose to focus on. So on this show, we're going to choose to focus on all of the positives going on in our community. So today on Tell Me Something Good, we're going to be meeting with Beth Bird, and she is a committee member for the Woodruff Race. That is happening this year, so that is very good news. We're also going to be meeting with Mayor Greg Lincoln, who, if you're telling someone something good, you have to include the mayor. He's going to be telling us about some updates going on in the city at our Wood Ruff Park, our dog park right here in Connellsville. And then we're also going to be meeting with the Yawk River Trail Council, and they're going to be showing us this gorgeous new bridge that they have right on our trail. So I'm here with Beth Bird, committee member for the John Woodruff Race.
Hi.
Beth, thanks for being here.
Having me.
So tell me how long you've been involved as a committee member to plan the Woodruff.
I've been involved probably 5 or 6 years now. I mostly do all of the social media aspects. I run the John Woodruff page. I do the online registration. So that's how I help out.
Yeah, so tell me the good news about the Woodruff this year.
The good news is it is not canceled.
Yeah.
So we did have to tweak things and make a couple changes in order to follow the CDC guidelines and the local and state guidelines, and to have a safe race for everyone that wanted to participate. So we did have to make some changes. We are only allowing 250 participants this year. Usually we have closer to 500 or 600, so that was a big drop. But again, just to be able to have it after it was postponed from July. So we're just happy to be able to give everybody the race.
I actually think this is better news than having it in July, because usually it's the hottest week of the year.
It is.
Everyone is
in the
falling
90s.
over,
Yep.
passing out. And I'm looking at this weather thinking 10 o'clock in the morning?
I'm looking for snow probably. It's probably going to snow.
That would
It'll
be
be like an
so
early snow this year, because we always have
something
drastic
crazy.
weather. Yeah,
Something
the Woodruff
crazy.
always brings drastic weather.
Yeah, so tell me about the thought process, because you guys could have just bowed out gracefully and said, we're not doing it this year. But you guys went the extra mile for us, because the Woodruffs, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal, and that's why we decided that as long as we could make things safe, we are requiring that everybody that comes, try not to bring a crowd of people with you. If somebody wants to watch you race, we would ask that you put them somewhere on the course to watch on a sidewalk, so that we don't have a large group of people down here other than the race participants. And please wear your mask until you get to the start line and we get started. So we're trying to keep it safe for everybody. But yeah, we met a couple times, and there was a lot of races canceled this year. So we were really happy to be able to put ours on.
I'm happy because I'm registered.
Are you?
I'm
Good.
registered.
You've been practicing a lot.
I've been practicing that hill. I'm telling you guys, it's a serious business. It's that first mile and a half. I'm running with my friend Father Dan, and we're a team, and hopefully he won't leave me behind, or I won't leave him behind. Whoever, we'll stay together.
Yes.
But I was very excited because a lot of races were canceled, as you said, and understandably so. There's a lot of logistics with sometimes a lot of people being, even though you're outside.
Yes.
But the Woodruff means a lot to a lot of people. So tell me just a little bit about why the Woodruff is such a big deal. Why do people all around get so excited? It's not just Connellsville. People come from all over.
No, and this is, I believe, our 33rd. I would have to look at the brochure, but we've been doing this race for over 30 years. We give a scholarship to 2 Connellsville seniors on the money raised from this race. So it's really important, just because it's a tradition for many people, and the scholarship that we can give the kids is very important, obviously. And we are extremely happy too that Bud Murphy's is still going to host our after party, because we all know that everybody looks forward to that after party at Bud. So we're going to allow that to happen outside at Bud Murphy's, following their guidelines. So you still can go have your glass of beer after.
That is very, 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 that is the best news I've heard all day, because that's where I will be right after the race. Now tell me, are you racing?
I am not racing. I gave up my race days quite a few years ago, so I will not be participating, but I will be holding down the fort here and making sure that Everything goes smoothly.
Yes, everything runs smoothly. Everyone is safe.
Yes.
Thank you so much for everything you do, Beth.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so we cannot have our first show where we're telling good things without the mayor because he is the most school spirit of Connellsville. I want to run for the girl version of most school spirit, but you're definitely most school spirit, so you need to tell me something good about what's going on right here at the dog park.
Well, I will tell you, thank you for inviting me to be a part of this show. It's always great to talk about positive things in the city. I definitely try to do that as much as possible. But this, where we're standing right now, has been 10 years in the making of trying to get this to actually happen. This is hard work from our rec board, having our Tangle Up and Brew fundraiser where, last couple of years we've raised over $25,000 each time. And so monies from that has gone into making this a reality of having this Wood Ruff Dog Park here at Woodruff Park.
Wood Ruff.
Yeah, we call it Wood Ruff. We
So
threw around
cute.
some names. We still have to get a sign made and all that, but it's just really, this has been something that the community's asked for, and we've actually made it happen. And
Yeah.
it's amazing. Come down here. We've heard nothing but positive feedback from the park so far, and it's really just a place for people that they can now have doggy dates in the city. And,
Yeah.
a lot of people, if you live in an apartment, you don't have anywhere to go for your dog. This is a great place to come down. It's safe. We actually have, from our monies that we raise and from the amazing businesses donating money to this park, we have surveillance completely under the park now over this dog park, which, thank you to West Penn. They really gave us an extreme amount of money to help cover the cost of this amazing obstacle course that's going to be used by our canine officer, Tyler Garlick, and Officer Ambrose. This is being done right now by Troop 101's Eagle Scout project by Tim Metzger. Tim has already started. We got the post set, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks, you're going to see obstacles in place here. And then I'm really excited because Officer Garlick is a part of a canine unit, that group that's probably 5 or 6, so they're going to come down here, and I look forward to when they do that, because we're going to invite the community to come down to watch them have fun with their dogs and put on a show, and we're looking forward to next April sometime to have a grand opening, because we were supposed to do that this year.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get to do it because of the COVID-19 pandemic. It's unfortunate, but I'm glad we were able to
Make
able
this
to
a
get
reality.
this open.
And it's so important because when there wasn't anything really going on, these are outdoor activities, and we were talking about this at the bridge too, walking and taking your dogs places, being outside. It was the only opportunities people had to really do anything at all.
Yeah, I mean, the bike trail, I talk about the silver linings. There's been so many wonderful silver linings during this pandemic in the Connellsville community. And that bike trail and everything the Yawk River Trail Council has continued to do every single day for that trail. They opened up. It was great. What I feel about it is that families were actually spending more time together, and they were getting outside. And when we were on the trail, we would pass people we have never seen before using the bike trail. So it was such a positive there for people to have an outlet to go and get out of their house and not be all cooped up the whole time.
Yes.
But so this park is. I come by here a lot when I'm working because we have water on both sides of this park, and I get to see people in here playing with their dogs and having a nice time. Our public works guys, really reason that we were able to even have this open now is because of their work. They installed all the benches and the water fountains, and they did the entrance to the park and hung the screen, and they do everything that's asked of them, and they're helping Tim with the installation of this canine obstacle course too. And so, without them, we wouldn't be at this point right now.
Really, really, really nice. I've never been here. This is my first time because I'm never really on this side of town, but I'm definitely going to come back. What would I need to do to be able to bring my dog here?
First thing, it has to be a proper license. So January 1st of every year, you have to have a dog license, and that's state related. That's not city related or county. It's state. I think that's $8 for a yearly license for your dog.
Nice.
You can get a lifetime license, which is like, I don't know, $30 or $40. You can get it one time, and you don't have to pay again. It's for the life of the dog. But that's the first thing. We do ask that you have, you can get your dogs the proper shots. Rabies vaccination is a must. You have to have that. Kennel cough would be great for dog owners to have, just because when you come down here and you have all these different dogs, that's the things that happen in a dog park is you want to have that disease break out in the park, and then which you have to close for a little bit and treat it and make sure it's gone before you can open back up. So we haven't had any issues yet so far down here, which I'm glad. But those are the things. One rule that people don't understand is that you're not allowed any child that's not 12 cannot be in here at any time.
Okay.
Even if you're not by yourself.
Understood.
No, we don't want any kids in here just because we don't want the dogs. We don't want anything to happen to the dogs or happen for a small child that
You never
would run up to
know.
a dog and and get bit or something would happen like that. That's not what we don't want. This park is for dogs. This is a dog park. This is for the dogs to come down and enjoy themselves. Let them have play dates as Lily comes through. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
she seems to be enjoying herself.
you know what I mean? That's the most important thing about this park is it's a dog park.
Yes,
If
makes
you want
sense.
if your kids want to play on the playground, Woodruff has a playground
Right.
right next to the dog park.
Yeah.
We ask you the dogs
Really
be
nice.
leashed. When you come in, make sure they're leashed when they come in.
Hi,
And once they get
baby.
inside, they can go and have fun, run around. The large dog area is very large, so the dogs will definitely have a good time running around here. You can definitely get them some exercise. And
Yeah, she seems super pumped and super happy. Look at her
she
tail
never-
wagging. She's
we
like
don't really
ready to
ever
roll.
take her down here. We take her out on the trail and all that, but we figured it wasn't going to be any down here today, so it would be okay to be in the park.
Yeah.
But this has been a huge addition to our city, is this dog
Yes.
park, and I'm really proud of it. Lee and I, we worked really hard on with the Tangle Up and Brew and raising money for the
Yep.
city. So, which unfortunately we didn't get to have this year. So we're going to be starting out kind of in a negative in 2021 with the rec board stuff. So we're going to hopefully we'll be able to do all the fundraisers next year and get our balance back up and continue
Oh, yeah.
to improve the
I have
parks.
no doubt everyone will come out and support. As soon as there's things going on, people
Yeah,
are going to
yes.
be all over it.
We're trying our very best. There's
Yep.
there's still things going on in the community here, and which is great to get people
Yes.
out and about. And but yeah, I just like I said, this dog park has really come together, and
I love it. You get some dog therapy.
Yes.
Everyone
Yes.
needs some dog therapy right now, honestly. Because I'm feeling the love.
I'm telling you, I've come by here and there could be 5 or 6 dogs running around, and everybody seems like it's all good. You definitely, if your dog is an aggressive dog, you probably don't want to bring it down to a dog park unless it's by yourself, because we don't want other dogs to get hurt or injured because and it's not I don't blame the dogs. It's just
No, things
their nature.
happen. That's right.
But right now they're cool. Probably if we had their
It's cool.
dogs in here, I don't know how that would go.
Yeah. But we're all good now. We're getting our dog therapy
But
for the day, and we're all happy.
I'm very thankful to Tim that he wanted to do an Eagle Scout project here. The city has been so. We benefit so much from Eagle Scout projects throughout the city, and these kids they always want to do them here, which is of course we want them to do it here because it's we get an awesome project done. It's free labor, and the kids learn a valuable lesson on giving back to their community. So that's what I'm all about. I'm all about
Absolutely.
telling these kids, please, continue to give back. Troop 101 was here. They did all the mulch around our playground equipment. They did all the mulch around the Mounds Creek Park, which is next to this park. So we're keeping them involved.
Yeah, and if you want to see positive things, make sure to follow him on social media because he always tries to post positive things that are going on, young people getting involved, like he said, because a lot of times people think young people aren't doing anything or they're not giving back. Well, they do. Sometimes we just don't see it.
Well,
and they do a lot
let
of
me
good
tell
stuff.
you, I mean, we are so very fortunate of the volunteers we have now, but they are getting up in age.
Yes, very true.
And our role is to fill in, come in behind and learn how from them.
Yes.
And so once they decide they want to retire, which I hope they never do.
Right.
We have the volunteers
Continuing it on.
to continue it on because
Yes.
without the Lions Club and the Yawk River Trail Council and the Garden Club and it goes on and on and on and on and on of why the city is so great because
Yes.
of our volunteers. And that's
So true.
It is. I just we would definitely not be where we're at without those groups and without the volunteers and people giving back and working so hard because everybody has has chosen their route of how they want to help be a part of the community, and that's what I've been trying to encourage them along and say yes. Please, whatever you want to do because
it's a beautiful
we need
thing.
all the help that we can get.
Yeah, everyone has different gifts, and there's always a way that you could give back. And
Yes.
when they're open to that and giving them kind of the free rein to go do that and take that in control and. All good things come out of it, as we've seen today. So
yes,
it's been
I'm
good.
sure you all have been having a good day. That's why you could definitely fill up a lot of tape on talking to a lot of positive things that have been going on in this city because we have a lot of groups that have they've decided that they were not going to let the community drop through this pandemic, and the Connellsville Lions is one of them. And this weekend we're gonna. It's amazing what they have done this summer. for supporting the community through this, all the milk drives, and this weekend they're going to do a food distribution, which we're going to go up and volunteer because I just
that's Saturday, right?
Saturday from 9 to noon. They're going to give. I think they have like almost 500 items of each thing that they're going to fill up these 500 boxes.
Food boxes.
Give away food boxes plus a gallon of milk. Which is amazing. Schneider really, partnering up with the Lions Club and now Cisco Foods doing this is awesome. And they're going to do it twice. And it doesn't just be this weekend. It's going to be, the 17th and the 31st.
Yes.
No income guidelines. You roll up to the high school, going to come
Get
down,
your
open your
food.
trunk. We're going to throw your food in it, and you're going to keep on going and enjoying your day.
And we always say, even at the ministries, if you aren't in need, come and get it anyway, because you might know someone that is in need. So come and take advantage. And some people might say, oh, I'm embarrassed, or I don't need that, so I don't want to come. Come, take it, and then you can give it to someone else that might need it.
Yeah, I mean, no one ever should feel embarrassed during this pandemic.
No.
Everybody's been suffering through it. People are out of work, businesses are closed. People, when you don't have income coming in, I don't care who you are.
Yep.
This is what's so wonderful is that we have outlets like the ministries. And,
yes.
Like this weekend, the Trinity Lutheran Church is having their chicken and biscuits dinner.
Yep.
That money's being raised for their back to school clothing drive that they started 2 years ago, and it's a wonderful thing that they do in the fall for these kids. And so there's a lot of people that need it here.
Yes.
And that's why having as many free giveaways and events like that is so important to keeping it going.
Yes. And so thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone who's volunteering for all of these events coming up. Thank you for having such a big heart for others, serving your community, and giving back. 100%. It's all good stuff.
Yes. I wish that we could give awards out, because we could have
We should. Well, most school spirit.
Yes.
Obviously.
Well, I'm just saying, just to
you could do a
really
cheer.
show appreciation. I think most people do it not for the pats on the back. They do it because they love the community and they want to make sure their community is strong, and so that's why they do it. And that's why it keeps me going. I'm 24/7 and I don't have an off switch, and I believe in Connellsville. I really do, and I think we have a wonderful community here, filled with wonderful people, and it's sometimes it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
When you see what they do to give back to.
It is. And isn't it weird how sometimes the negative things can kind of bring you down all day, and you need that positivity to just keep you going. And so Connellsville and the surrounding areas, they're that positivity that keeps everyone going, because we're all going through this right now. We're all in it together. We're not all, in the same boat, because some of us are in different boats. Some of us are experiencing it different, but we're all in the same storm. So we're all getting through it together, and that's what Connellsville does. Yeah, time and time again.
Listen, we went up to Wilnelly Dairy for did their hayride in the corn maze with the Troop 101, and then, talking to Mary Beth, she just pumps me up so much, because she has health issues going on. Their family was struggling. They did their plea for the milk, and the next thing you know, they're selling out. People are going up standing in hours.
Yeah,
the Lions have a drive. We're getting milk delivered to the Bill Swan Food Pantry, and then to find out when I was up there that last week was the last week they delivered milk, which it means they have delivered milk to the Bill Swan Food Pantry for almost 6 months, is amazing to me.
Yes.
And so that's why we're trying again. I told her I'm gonna put a plea out there. Maybe we'll raise $500 or $1,000 so they could, because they don't want to stop. So they're they want to make sure they have really taken a liking to Connellsville and the ministries and everything that they do, because the Browns have always had a goodwill basket at their dairy. This is before they had their milk drive, but basically people will donate when they buy products, and then they make up little boxes of food that they can give, and if somebody needs it, all I have to do is ask, and then they give it to them. So they want to make sure it's amazing. The Brown family are an amazing family, and what they've done up at that dairy and everything that they support. I told her she inspires me, and that makes you go. It wants you to continue to give back and to do whatever you can, because when you have people like them, it's wonderful.
Yeah. So thank you for everything that you do. Keep the positivity going.
Let's
I like
keep
it.
Going. We only got a couple more months, and let's hope that
we gotta do it.
There's a vaccination for the COVID, and people take it, and maybe 2021 will slowly come back to normal, and we can start doing all the things we missed this year, and
make it even better. 10 times bigger than before. Yes. It's gonna be huge.
Yes, for sure.
All right, thanks, Greg.
No problem.
So we are here at the new bridge on the Yawk River Trail, and joining me are some friends. So if you could just introduce yourselves from the Yawk River Trail Council and tell me how you are involved in this gorgeous bridge that we are standing on right now. So I'm going to start with you, Ted, since you have the microphone.
I'm sure that a lot of you have seen me before in some of these videos. I happen to be president of the Yawk River Trail Council, and I've been trying to get fired for 15 years. I can't seem to do that. I have with me a couple of my other Trail Council members. They're on my board. We have Gary Wandel and John Irwin. They both are on our board, and they are also on the Regional Trail Corporation. We call it the RTC, and they are the ones that actually own the bridge. They have the deed to the bridge.
Okay. Very good. So we are kind of going around telling some positive news stories. Obviously, we hear a lot of negativity a lot of times, don't we? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, this is a really positive thing that we have here because, first of all, you could before come out here, but it wasn't very safe to come out here. So I never came out here. I was not one of those crazy people. But now you can come out here. So I understand this was your idea.
I'm going to pass this over to John.
Yeah, so pass it over to John. Tell me, first of all, thank you for coming up with the idea and then actually telling someone, hey, I have this great idea. We should do this. How'd that come about?
Well, basically it came out about because with the RTC, we found out we were the actual owners of the bridge through what they call AmeriCorps.
Okay.
And they went through some of our files and we found out about it. So they just were talking about tearing the bridge down, and we found out it was pretty expensive to do such. So one day I was riding my bike up at Confluence and I saw they had a bridge going across the river up there and a lot of people on it. So I approached Ted and Gary and went to the board with the RTC and talked to them. And then last year around, I think last October, they all come off the board and they looked at the bridge and they said, boy, it'd be a good idea to go ahead and to redeck it and build a bridge here. So we started the process, talked to our insurance company. They said it would help us a lot with our liability. And then we proceeded from there. We did some fundraising, basically from the people from Connellsville and Scottdale area. We were they gave a lot of money. And then we had some from the Pittsburgh chapter down there in Pittsburgh, and from the Rotary, and from our organization. So we got the lumber here in about June, I believe. We started, and
25th.
That's what we started doing.
So it's definitely a labor of love. I saw on Facebook kind of the process, and you shared those pictures as you were going along with how everything was going. And was it mostly volunteers that helped put this thing together? How did that go?
It was all volunteers that did this. And first of all, I want to thank Malcolm Sias, who's the president of the Regional Trail Corporation, because he did most of the design work for the bridge. But yeah, they've done this before. But we had, I think there were 10 of us all together that built the bridge. But we only ever had 6 at a time working out here because you're in a limited space, so it made it difficult. Now, when we first started to acquire materials, remember, we were in the middle of a pandemic. And because we were in the middle of a pandemic, everybody decided to build decks on their houses. So it was very difficult getting treated lumber. So
I see.
Sometimes we'd only get a few pieces at a time, and we'd work with what we had until we'd run out of materials. And then we'd have to go to a different lumber company until work with what we had until we'd run out again. So
How many lumber companies did we have?
just 2. Stone and Company have been very good with us, and also Scottdale Lumber.
And then we did use Lowe's and Home Depot a little bit. That was Malcolm up in Greensboro.
Wow, what an accomplishment, especially during the pandemic. I think people really appreciated this because they were coming down here even more than they usually do because there wasn't very much to do. So everyone was kind of coming down, what's going on over there, coming to check it out. Tell me about some of the positive feedback you've gotten from the bridge since it's been here.
Oh, man. Go first.
Okay. Well, when we were working on this bridge, and it took us 13 days of actual labor on the bridge, people would be coming out to see what we were doing, and everybody just marveled at how beautiful the bridge was as we were working on it. Now, since we finished it, it's just been a steady stream of people. And the nice thing is, it's not just the locals who have been visiting this bridge. Today already, we've had people from California. We had somebody from Maine. We had somebody from New Hampshire. We had somebody from Virginia that was here, somebody from California. So the other day when we were here, when we were working on the staining the deck, we had people from Oregon and Washington. So
some people from Australia.
Yeah, people from Australia too. So
Wow. Well, it's definitely a labor of love. I love it. Every time that I come down here, you have to stop. It's like now it's the thing that you have to do. You have to stop and come out on the bridge, and you're a huge part of that. And just, it's probably pretty amazing to you and humbling to think about years down the road that people are going to be coming, looking on this bridge.
Hope so.
and we
They
hope
will.
so. We hope that this is a legacy for our Regional Trail Corporation and also the Yawk River Trail for
Yeah.
what we've accomplished here.
Yeah.
And we're very, very proud of that.
Yes.
And hopefully these people that are coming from all over the country that visiting our area
Yes.
will come back
Yes.
and hopefully spend their money here.
That's right. And see what Connellsville has to offer. That's
Yes.
right. Stick around. Well, thank you so much for this gorgeous bridge. We love it, and it's very, very good news for our area. So thank you for all that you did.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Tell Me Something Good. I'm your host, Mary Sampey, and today I want you to tell one person something good today to brighten your day, and we'll see you next time.